Hey guys, this is Drunk with Friends. This is your girl V.
And this is Willis.
And we're here with Miss Talia in the building. Let's go and give a hand clap. Ooh. And in case you guys, you probably don't know, but this is my bestest of friend. Of the bestest. She's better than you. Yeah.
She should be. I don't want no smoke.
Well, outside of being my bestest friend, she is a teacher. She has a business. She's a business entrepreneur. I mean, all the titles. I mean, we not even go with how many degrees she got. Lord, Jesus, I'm like, bro, can you pass one over? I mean, I don't want to do the work, but can you just pass it over?
Slide a couple over. Let me slide you about two.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, she gonna be 86. Talk about, I want another doctorate. I'm like, what, man? Stop. But we just want to say thank you for coming on our show. We appreciate you taking out your time today to come on, even though you are, my friend. And it was like, it was inevitable for you to be on here one of these days.
It was inevitable. It was.
Well, to all of our new listeners, we are Drunk with Friends. We have standard rules. We always start off our podcast with a shot. We always end up with a shot. If either one of our phones go off with volume,
with volume?
Yeah, okay, you can have it on vibrate, but don't let it go off with volume. You have to take a shot. And if we go over an hour, we have to take a shot. It's really simple. She already consented to being recorded. So do you consent to the rules of the podcast?
For the people?
Yes. Yes. All right, with that being said, shots up.
Shots up.
Cheers. Who told you to do that? I'm sorry. I spit a little tequila on top.
So do you take another shot for spilling?
No. Don't make new rules.
It's all right. I know your profession.
We don't like this laptop anyway, so.
She just tried it. Because you know who's gonna be fixing it. Use that talk about degrees and certs.
Definitely. She talking about me. What about you?
Right.
That's nothing.
Every 6 months, she like, I got another cert. I'm like, slide me one of those, because you give me one of those. Give me one of those.
Nah, I'm trying to be like you, big boss. But anyway, thinking about bosses, like I said, she has a business, and if you don't mind, elaborate on your business. A Time for You, LLC.
I get the LLC.
Yeah, you got it's official. You put that comma.
LLC, right?
You know, you got to put no. It's like, hey, wait, there's more. LLC.
Got it in the emails.
Right.
A Time for You. It's just a luxury decorating service for all incomes. We can do everything, from birthdays, weddings, divorce parties.
I know that's right. They have those. Okay,
they have those. I do. I did. I don't. There it is. We do everything. Bar mitzvahs. We've been invited to put in our bid for a bar mitzvah before.
Okay.
We didn't get picked, but it's okay.
Wow. I mean, to be in the ring is something. Just, people who get Grammy nominated, they still, they got that on their resume.
This is a bar mitzvah. That's probably being racist. Like, what does black lady know about bar mitzvahs?
I think that's exactly what happened. But
all right. I see where you was going.
It's okay. We didn't get picked, but it was all right. I thanked them anyway and kept going. The most fun that we have had so far is really just sitting down and looking at all the options.
Right.
It's like when somebody throws an idea out there, myself and the client, my team, we all look at all of the options that are out there. Pinterest, Google, you name it. Somebody was asked me like, well, who's a good person to look at different ideas? And believe it or not, Martha Stewart.
Really?
Well, I mean, she is the GOAT. She's
Martha
black.
Stewart.
She said she's black.
Martha Stewart black.
What's that have to do with her decorating?
She got locked up.
What does that have to do with her decorating?
When you have a skill, race doesn't matter. Like.
Right. That's true.
Only like, she's smoking with Snoop. What does that have to do?
Okay, Martha Stewart's not black now. Forget it.
So how did you get in the field? Like, was it like, I like decorate stuff. Let me just make some money while I'm doing it. Like, how did you come across this as to make it a business?
Getting married and wanting to save $1.
So you're saying you planned your wedding?
We decorated our own wedding. Yes, we did.
Nice.
And I will never do that again. I will never do that again. It was stressful, but in the end, I saw I saw an avenue and I took that shot.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people I know, weddings, different events, they'd rather just pay someone to do it. Nobody wants to deal with all that.
Facts.
Well, at the time, I was with the shits. at the time, to save $1, I was with the shits, and a lot of people thought that we spent like $20,000-$30,000 on our wedding, and we were nowhere near that.
Oh, that's good.
That's nice.
That's good. Because they say the most expensive part of a wedding is the reception.
Yeah.
You know, you can get married in the backyard, but the reception.
You gotta feed everybody. Don't you let you have open bar or something?
Definitely had that open bar at my wedding.
It was open bar?
It had to be.
My friends and family like to get a drink.
Hello?
Fuck around with me, it'll be BYOL.
I mean, it's not. What? You gonna have to
bring your own libations.
Right. It's like, nah, I wouldn't be true to the podcast if I didn't have open bar.
Facts. That sounds like our best friend has a Drunk with Friends podcast. Of course, we all had to get tipsy.
Right.
And tipsy we did get. It was a fun time. It was a fun time.
That was a good time. But
so we're talking about all the good stuff, you know, the making the money and then doing all this stuff for yourself. But what's the worst experience you had so far? I remember you said your best experience so far. What's been your worst experience so far? I mean, anything that we don't need to edit, you know.
No, you won't. The good thing is I know how to not say names. But the worst experience that we have had would probably be just people wanting to be so cheap.
Oh, okay.
That is the worst experience, because I know that when I invest in, you know, a small business, any small business, no matter what race you are, I encourage to be charged the regular price.
Right.
To support, because as a small business owner myself, every dime counts.
Yeah,
every cent counts.
Yeah.
So I've ran into people. Let me think of an experience. I had a young lady that wanted a balloon setup. She wanted some treats. And when I gave her the price, she was like, "That's high." I said, "Is it?"
Right.
Is it? Tell me what fits your budget.
Okay.
That's how I responded. Tell me what fits your budget, and we'll make adjustments to it.
Right.
And at the end, we did wind up she wound up booking us. Because that's the whole thing. Like we can accommodate you on any budget, but I don't devalue my work.
Right. I understand that.
I do not devalue my work. My prices are my prices, and that's it.
Know your worth.
Facts.
Out here.
So here's my rebuttal question to that. What about the people, like, I'm big on supporting small businesses, yes, but I'm even more big on supporting Black businesses, right?
And it's Women's Month.
Yeah, and then women-owned businesses too. Even more better, like I said, a Black woman business I would love to support even more. I mean, everybody in the umbrella, but you know, there's levels to the shit. Okay. But there are some companies, and it's like, I understand charging your worth, but some of the prices be ridiculous. I'm like, you're selling a shirt with words on it. Why is that shirt $30 for one shirt?
$30 is about average
for one shirt.
$30 is not average for a shirt with words on it.
No, we're not talking about. No, we're not talking about like designer brands. We're talking about something that you would like. You see me in the Pride Apparel, shout out to Pride Apparel, classic apparel, like not local, but smaller businesses with, you know, hippie stuff. Like, I'm gonna see, you got on the shirt. Mine says, "I'm gonna let God fix it," because if I fix it, I'm going to jail.
Don't try me, try God.
Right.
For sure.
And that shirt was like $15, I think. I'm like, okay, I'll buy two. I don't got a problem with that.
Right.
But a bonnet, a silk bonnet, I literally saw it yesterday. $90.
No way.
Right.
A bonnet? Is this bonnet going to wash my hair, condition it, rinse it out, twist it up?
Listen, that hot oil treatment better be all in that bonnet.
Okay. And it better wash itself after it did all this to my hair. Like $90.
I mean, if it's a Black owned business, I think 25 to 30 is about average.
For a shirt?
Yeah. No. Honestly, I think they need to get the hustle game on. You remember when they used to sell CDs, one CD for $10 too?
Now, I wouldn't mind.
They need to do that with shirts.
I wouldn't mind bundles, but I just feel like some of the business, now I'm not saying all, some of the businesses, I feel like they overcharge. So I just want to know, from your aspect of being a business owner, what are your feelings about those type of people who like you doing too much? Like how is your view? I mean, I guess everybody's view of their worth is different, but
Yeah.
I think that some business owners that overcharge or price gouge are uneducated. Period. Because what you do when you get into a business or you want to get in or you're wanting to get into a business,
Right.
you have to become a part of the groups. There's Facebook groups, there's clubs, there's communities. And you ask somebody within this group, is this too much?
Right.
You just simply ask. One thing that I've learned this, particularly this year, is to investigate everything. If something doesn't sound right, somebody or you keep hearing your clients say that's high,
then clearly it's not them, it's you.
It's you.
Right.
You have to say that. Now, I can do a balloon setup, some treats, bring some fresh linens. I don't use plastic. That's what sets me aside from other people. I don't use plastic table coverings and chair coverings. I use fabric.
Okay.
And it can be a base price would be about $300 at minimum. $300. Because then what you have to factor in is gas, your time. Like you have to factor stuff. I don't come out the house unless that's pretty much where it starts. Like
I'll come out the house at 300 or better. You know what I'm saying? I feel you.
Fuck you thought.
That's at minimum because it when you think about how for those really big gigantic balloon garlands that you see, that's like 250 balloons.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know that.
Right. And then to sit there and blow it all up. Of course, I'm not blowing, that sounds really bad. That sounds really bad.
We got you though.
That's extra.
Balloons with your mouth.
Right.
You are inflating the balloons with a machine. And depending on how big your machine is, it could cost more the bigger you go. Like you have to factor in all that stuff. I even factor in how much it costs to light my house while I'm working for you. All of those things go into it.
Yeah, it's your electricity bill. Yeah, absolutely right.
Yeah, you're right.
All of those things go into it. But for the ones that are price gouging, I think that they just haven't done the research in the field. I encourage anybody that's starting their own business. If there's any business that you want to start, you have to do your research first before, because what if it's above you? Meaning you don't have the energy for it.
Right.
You're like, oh, that looks so beautiful the way you do. Well, it takes me plus 4 other people to do even a simple setup. And I gotta pay those people too. Right,
their time. Yeah, you're right. Honestly, I think the people that price gouge, like you said, they're American. That's what Americans do. I still ain't forgive y'all niggas for charging $50 for a can of Lysol. Still ain't forgive y'all.
Not the Lysol.
That was the cheapest can of Lysol.
Lysol, and then what was it like? $30 Clorox wipes.
Yeah.
For a little tube.
Oh, what they did with the toilet paper? I'm still really about that.
I gotta pay gold to wipe my behind. Really?
Yeah.
Facts. Charmin ain't that ultra. How is stuff around your way? Just a side note, because we're just starting to get wipes in our area and Lysol and all that other stuff. How about your area?
We never ran out.
Really? We should have did the draft.
Well, she's a couponer. On top of this is another label. She's a couponer as well.
Oh, you already had that person with the garage full of shelves full of stuff.
Yeah,
not the garage, but the closet.
Yeah, the closet. I will come up. She's like somebody's grandma. She would have a bag. I'll give you one of these. I give you one of these. I'll give you 3 of these. I'm like, ma'am, I was just saying bye. Why didn't we give you? I was just standing here for a hug.
Gotta make sure family is cool,
I didn't know we were shopping. I didn't know what was going on.
Couponing is a lost art. I appreciate it.
It ain't lost. They just a little bit more quiet about it. I promise you.
I hate when employees act like it's their money. Like, yo, just scan my coupon.
I think with couponing, that does get on my nerves. Like when I come and present a coupon and the cash register, the cashier is in an uproar about it, or this is not scanning, you can push a button to make it work. I'll tell you what to push. Like,
type the numbers in next to the label.
Right.
That's in your system, baby. I got you. You'll be fine.
They just don't want to do the extra work. But I mean, do what you're on that.
Right.
What's about that? I had a good question to ask you. Damn it, where was I about to go? All right, so let's talk about your support system. How was your support system? Did you have any naysayers when you was like, I'm gonna start this business? I'm asking this, but I already know. But like, how was it when you brought to the attention of your friends and your family, like, hey, this is what I want to do? Because there's some negative people. I think they try to do like negative enforcement or negative encouragement. Like, I mean, if you want to do it, but a lot of businesses don't make it. It's like they're counterproductive in their statements.
Even though when they do that, they're pushing their own fears on you.
That too.
Yeah, I'm gonna take another shot for this question.
Well, drink up. Shoot, give me.
I'll
do it with you. That's my best friend. She drinking, I drink.
She about to tell you about somebody. Whoever she about to tell you.
Hey, look, hold on. Don't say no names, but text me.
Cousin Karen, you about to catch it. You about to get
no
ready.
Karens in my family. No Karens in my family.
I'm about to say no Karens over there.
Good, gotcha.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
All right. Naysayers. Honestly, I had a 60-40 response. I didn't ask too many people.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Because the first rule of thumb is when you have an idea, keep it to yourself.
True.
So I consulted just a few. VU was one of them.
That's why I said I knew.
I consulted a very select few. And I did get some what's the word? Microaggression towards it.
Nice word. See, those degrees I was talking about.
I did get some microaggression towards it, and the one thing that some people don't understand is when you tell me I can't do something, watch me work, okay? Watch me work. I didn't listen to it. I pretty much go to the beat of my own drum. Right. When I consult and confer with people, I only have about 5 people that I really talk to about my overall dreams. 2 of them, one is here, the other one's upstairs. There it is. Like, so when I heard, do you know what steps to take? Did you write a business plan? You don't know. You're a teacher. You don't know about that. I've heard that too. And I'm like,
it doesn't even make sense.
Exactly.
Like, what?
I teach for a living. What
now, if you would have been like, oh, you're a waitress, you don't understand. I was like,
like, well, teaching 101 is research.
That doesn't make any sense. Like, and I got degrees to get this.
and even if I don't know how to write a formal business plan, that's not going to stop me from running a successful business.
True.
So when I did my research, it was a couple of things that I found. Having an LLC, there are I'm gonna name the one pro and one con to it.
Okay.
The one pro is you can get a lot of tax breaks that you can't do for your personal taxes.
Facts.
A lot. The one con is you still got to pay taxes. And it kind of feels like since I'm the sole owner, it kind of feels like I'm paying double. But with everything that's new when it comes to taxes, there's a threshold that you have to meet before you actually have to pay.
True.
So, whatever business it is, I believe that the taxes per state is different, and you have to look that part up.
Gotcha.
How have you adjusted your business model during COVID? Or did you have to adjust at all?
That was a good one.
I didn't really have to adjust because whereas people were partying publicly, now they're partying in their homes.
Also, you just had to go to their home and you just decorate there.
For the first 7 months of like 2020. Yes, I had to go that way. And then after the 7 months, things started to open back up. Businesses had limits of like 20 to 30 people, or unlimited outside, pretty much.
Right.
I don't think it was unlimited outside. I just think people made it unlimited outside.
They did expand the curve, didn't they?
I was like, we know how to make an inch into a ruler, don't we?
Yeah. Maryland opened back up tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still scared. I'm still wearing a mask.
Did you say brunch? Is it time?
Yeah, I
just went to brunch on last Sunday.
But now it's
amazing.
No capacity this time. It's a different brunch.
When you come back down, I got a couple spots. The only thing is that you can't leave until after brunch. She likes to leave 8 a.m. on Sunday morning. All right, guys.
Nah, we got brunch. We got some mimosas waiting for us.
Yeah. All right.
So just to get ready to wrap up your portion, is there any inspiring words you would give future entrepreneurs or future women owners? Like anything to give them a little gem? It is Women History Month, Women Appreciation Month. I put my little spin on it.
Also drop your contact where they can find you and everything.
And book your ass.
Yeah. I sure can. Yes, I can. Yes, reclaiming my time for you at gmail.com. All right.
Reclaiming my time. I love it. You need to make a shirt.
As far as inspiration, the inspiration for the name of my company actually came from Senator Maxine Waters. You know that video where
reclaiming my time. Yeah.
Reclaiming my time. Listen, that stuck with me for the rest of life. I said, oh, okay. That's gonna be the name of my decorating company.
I love it.
The second thing is there is a difference. People often confuse me, a decorator, for a party planner. I don't plan a thing. You can't come to me for the planning part.
Right.
Gotta have your own plans of the layout of what you want your event to have. I only decorate.
Right.
Okay.
That's it. I don't plan anything. The next thing is advice or encouraging words. You cannot run a business by yourself. Mm-hmm. You cannot run life by yourself. You need a team for almost everything.
True.
Think about your body, your life, without a healthy body and the people that help you care for that body, your holistic doctors, your regular medical professionals, your PCP. You need a team for everything. So for me, there's 6 of us on this team.
Nice.
I hire friends and family.
You hire Black people? I
can't do it alone at all. Yes, we're hiring for events.
Right.
I'm just saying. And we service pretty much all along the East Coast. So we do Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Jersey, Delaware. I have come as far as Maryland. I think I pretty much stop at Baltimore. It's like, because Maryland is kind of big.
Right.
But I don't do anything by myself. And if you are a person that want to start your business, have your select few that's going to help you run it. The ones that you gotta trust. I'm talking about if you don't trust this person to be responsible with your social security number, right. I don't feel like they should be a part of your team. That's just how I feel.
Okay.
So what's Talia's social number? That's a good friend. She ain't dime you out.
And I got her too.
You tried it. Well, let's go on to some topics. Now we got, the professional stuff out the way. You guys go ahead and follow her on Instagram. A time for you.
Time for you.
She's got the LLC. We would definitely be adding her and tagging her when we post this. You'll see it on Monday. Monday or Tuesday.
The pod drops Monday. YouTube drops Tuesday.
Yep. Yes. But let's get into some topics because this is Drunk with Friends and we like to talk shit and drink. Okay. So first topic I want to talk about.
Let's go.
Meghan Markle.
Lord, I knew it. I'm ready.
And the Prince. So if I know you guys heard by now, she went on Oprah. I haven't watched the whole thing. I just saw a little, excerpts. The royal family. Let's just talk about how we feel about of the royal family.
Right.
They said that they thought that her baby was going to come out. I don't know who this is. Sorry, got a little phone call. The royal family thought that her baby was going to come out darker. Like it was the shade. I mean, she's light. Like she's a light bright.
Her daddy a whole ass white man. Why would the baby come out?
I have no idea.
Whole ass Florida white man at that.
So they were concerned about how dark.
Oh shit! I gotta take a shot.
Sorry.
Oh fuck!
I'll take one with you.
Yeah.
My bad.
All right. So
what happens, and I think for this year you basically had all the penalties.
Right. My bad.
It's all right. Your shot glass is right there. And it's funny, we both had a phone call within the same thing, but mine was on vibrate.
That was my mom.
Your mom calls every time we almost record.
All right. I'm gonna start answering it. Like,
were you about to break a shot glass? You was about to have to take another shot.
You got carpet.
Yeah, you lucky I have carpet. But anyway, so how do we feel? How are we feeling while you getting yourself together? How are we feeling about the royal family first off? And it's coming off it's giving me racist. It's giving me real racist. It's giving me real stereotypical, and it's giving me a lot of labels. It's giving me I want to roll up on you and punch you in the throat. You know what I'm saying? Like let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You mean to tell me the people that colonized America are racist?
That's where I'm at with it. Why is anybody surprised? That's why I posted the other day the picture of the queen sitting at the red table talk. This is not new.
Mm-hmm.
This is not new. When I say they, I mean the monarchy. The monarchy has enslaved forever.
That's true.
Forever since the beast. I feel like we came here because of them. There was a few countries that did that.
Yeah.
Starting with England and then Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people.
This is the teacher part now.
Portugal, no. Portugal was probably the head of it all, and then England came in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm like, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me that there are rumors of incest. That doesn't surprise me because they want to keep the look, the image. They want to stay white. And when there's diversity introduced, what?
Right.
I'm sorry. Is that a Black person?
Right.
Is it?
Are you gonna sully our bloodline?
And the crazy thing is, Meghan is half white. The baby only gonna be but so dark.
That's the baby. That's a white baby.
I'm gonna say the baby is white. I mean, granted, we may see maybe something in the right angle, you know, but I mean, she's pregnant now. She's supposed to be having a girl this time.
Okay.
And it's just like, just a little bit more backstory. They said that, you know, when they decided to go to Canada, the monarchy basically withdrew their security. And he was like, well, I'm in a foreign country with no security. Like, that's like you sending whatchamacallit, when Trump was in office. That's like putting Trump Jr. without no Secret Service detail. Right. Like, I'm pulling it. Whoever got you. Right. It's like F you, you know. So it's like, luckily, a strong Black man, Mr. Tyler Perry, took them into their home. No one knew about that, of course, after the fact.
Yeah,
right out now. Yeah. That's how moves should be made. A little segue. I'm so tired of people doing stuff for people, and they quick to record it. They quick to put it on social media. Quick to tell somebody, oh, well, you know, I did let them stay in the house for a month. Why they got this stuff together. I mean, they stuff together now. Why do you always feel the need to pull down another person? If you help them, you help them.
Yep.
Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway,
it goes along as little people that record themselves giving homeless people money.
Yeah, the homeless people money, or you gave $100 tip to a waitress or whatever. Like, it's a good deed, and I understand it likes and it go viral and everything. But the underlining of it is like, you want attention for doing a good deed.
Yeah.
Well, let me get spiritual. Jesus didn't go around looking for attention, and that's what you should be at. That's who you need to be trying to walk like and be like. I mean, granted, they didn't have cell phones back then, but you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
This is another thing that and folks are not gonna like this opinion, and that's okay. Everybody's entitled to it, right?
We like being controversial on here.
the line saying I was in another country with no security, that was a little triggering for me because I'm like, well, where's your humble beginning? Like, you wasn't always royalty, sis.
Oh, you talking about the wife?
I mean, Meghan.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, like you wasn't always royalty. You know, like they bashed her for. When I say they, the press in England bashed her from being from California. You had a humble beginning. You were not always a celebrity.
No, I thought she was from, or is it just her mom's from Baltimore? Like,
I think
she was an actress beforehand.
Yeah,
I know that.
Well, yeah, well, I'm talking about obviously where she's from, like
yeah,
with her occupation.
I don't know where she's from.
Yeah, I think she's from Baltimore.
And
like
originally, we can fact check, but I'm pretty sure she came from a major city in the United States.
Yeah, well, you know, technically, only city people know in Maryland is Baltimore.
And I just
Baltimore's not part of Maryland. You know that, right?
Yeah, and I just think that being a parent and being a wife, you have to remember those humble beginnings. Like when she said, I was in another place with no security. Well, people travel without security every day.
Yeah, but just for the same reasons why you said it wasn't the humble beginnings part is the same reason why I understand where she's coming from, though. She didn't have it, and now she got used to it.
Right.
You know, people have a habit of same thing with people who started off.
She's from Cali.
She's from Cali. Okay. Yeah. Well, then her mom must be who's from Baltimore. Because I remember watching the wedding, and when they put the camera on the mom, it had like Baltimore, Maryland about. So her mom must be from Baltimore. Anyway, that's not really relevant. But I was just using it to help with her argument. Right. Like you coming from Baltimore, you definitely humble. Like California, we already know depending on what part of Cali, it can be luxurious. It's expensive shit to live out there. Yeah, it can be luxurious depending on what part. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, she got used to that security. She got used to that lifestyle. You know, it seems like she was working in by herself before meeting him. She was already in those nice circles. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Doing stuff for, you know, community, humanity, and stuff like that, but still was in nice circles, or she wouldn't have been able to meet him, obviously.
Right.
Honestly, I don't think it was about her within that statement. Is that at the end of the day, your husband is who your husband is.
Right.
He gonna need security regardless. He was in Vegas wilding with security. we seen those tape. They want to brush those away.
I didn't know that.
I ain't see those videos.
I did not see those videos.
Harry was wilding in Vegas. I'm just letting y'all know.
I do think that it's totally unfair for the royal family to take away from a child, an unborn child or a new child. What did the baby do? What did the baby do?
British families just mad because the baby can say nigga and they can't.
Facts. I don't think that's the reason. The baby barely probably talking.
My bad. They were saying nigga and didn't care because they owned them.
I'm pretty sure they have their own slang or what is it, jargon in their country. I don't think they would use that word. It's probably like not or
you know if the British family owned slaves? I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but everybody's language and lingo is different in different countries. But what was I about to say? So yeah, she's pregnant with another one. You know, they said this is going to be it. For me, the part that gets me, kind of going back to the early conversation of your support system for your business for the first half, the father goes in the interview. The white father was like, I don't think the family's racist.
You don't know,
sir. You're in the United States chilling. You don't know what I went through when I was over there. True. You seen the press, you probably thinking it's all smooth and all whatever. Even seeing the bad stuff in the press, you thinking all this shit sweet.
Right.
But when they come for my character, you come in for your grandchild, you like, oh nah, she tripping. They ain't racist.
Yeah, that's microaggression. When you choose to not acknowledge, that's called microaggression. You're just choosing to be ignorant. He knows better. He knows he's choosing to say I don't know because he don't want to be a part of the smoke.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Piers Morgan how they were getting on him about, have his disparaging remarks about Meghan, and then one of his co-hosts, because I guess he has like a morning show in Britain.
In Britain, yeah.
Called him out on his shit, and he walked off the show and quit.
I did.
Yep.
PUSSY move.
Truth hurts. Right.
Definitely hurts.
His
dog a holler.
Then he said he tried to holler at her and she turned him down.
Yep.
She didn't want. No.
Piers Morgan? Nah.
No.
I believe he shot his shot and she probably turned him down.
Or he probably
said, buy me another drink and then pay for the cab. And he did it. Okay. Thank you for the free drink. Listen, he shooted his shot and missed.
And now he mad at her.
And now he mad.
So and I feel like at what point do we grow up? Like, you're mad because I turned you down, 5 years ago?
Seriously? I don't think it's about growing, it's ego.
Piers Morgan. And then I say a lot of British, but people can grow out of that. They can change from that, evolve from that, but clearly not him, but just saying. And then of course the brother came out with a statement with the wife. What's her name? What's the wife? The Katie.
Katie.
Oh, yeah, I think it's Katie. Yep.
Katie, and then the wife is Harry, because he's Henry, or is it the other way around?
The other way around.
No, you had it right. Harry is Katie's
husband.
Yeah, Harry is Meghan's husband. Henry is Katie's husband.
More shots for you.
Let me just put that away.
See how much Americans know about British shit?
No, Harry, Meghan, Henry, Katie.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Mother.
Let me bring my shot back.
Both of them Diana sons of Diana.
Yeah. So
which is the reason why I think that them putting Meghan through all this is unfair.
Because of what happened to their mother, yeah.
Man, I'm like, first of all, Henry, the older he gets, I feel like the more unattractive as a man he is getting. Like, my God.
Isn't Henry in his 30s? He looked older.
Yeah.
He looked way older.
My man, he looked like, I already got the picture up. Yeah. All his life he had to fight. Look at that. He looked rolling through the hood with a cylinder.
Like, I got a good esthetician for you, bruh. Come to the Silk Cocoon Beauty Bar over there in North Philly by Temple University. You need to go see that lady over there.
It's too dark over there. He can't go to North Philly. It's too dark there.
He got security. Yeah.
Oh, he does have security.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me just.
Oh, me and him the same age. Holy
we
shit.
could just edit the part out where we going on him.
No, we're good with that. I'm good with that.
Oh, we good? Okay,
we're good with that. So, according
America.
Annoying. According to CNBC, Prince William and his wife Kate, the Duchess of Cambridge, made a visit to a school in East London on Thursday. When they were asked about the interview, William responded and said, "We are very much not a racist family." When asked if he had talked to his brother as of yet, he said, "I haven't spoken to him yet, but I plan to." I'm like, and what? Man, you want to talk to me? What you gotta say?
Yeah.
Nigga.
They ain't gonna admit it. At the end of the day, they're not gonna admit it.
Yeah.
No, right. Why would they do that?
Because it's in a public view, what they say behind closed doors. For some weird reason, I do believe the Queen when she's like, "I didn't say that."
No,
I don't think she's all about that.
I don't know. Maybe it could be the fact that I watch too many TV shows, but I watched The Crown on Netflix. Okay, and these queens, these people, they say some slick shit behind closed doors.
Yeah,
that's anything. I mean, let's go to our government. I watch, and I know y'all like, oh, it's just TV, but I watch Madam Secretary and what's the Survivalist, and it's another one. It's like
Templeton.
Bridgerton, yeah. But that was, even though that's a book based off a book, everything stems from something, right? Mm-hmm. So it could be fiction, but there are parts of it that's true. We wouldn't know all these FBI and CIA shows. We wouldn't know that, hey, you can scan retinal scans and get into this safe with a finger. Somebody had to have that print from somewhere, from some type of file or something. So I think that nothing is, it's kind of sound like what my grandma said. Every joke got a little piece of truth in it. you know, and I don't believe the queen's innocent. I'm sorry. I don't believe that the brother is supportive at all. I can't believe that what's her name? I can't forget her name. The dad wasn't supportive of his daughter.
You believe a white Florida dad is not supportive of his mixed black daughter?
I mean, I haven't followed them enough to be like, I know the dynamic of their father-daughter relationship.
Right.
I don't know that, but I would think just for GP, you would support me. I'm your daughter.
True.
Like, that's what I would think. But, you know, that's a perfect world, right?
Right.
That's why we got issues now. My dad don't love me.
But I don't think she ever had like a close relationship with dad. That's why he wasn't at the wedding. The mom was at the wedding looking flawless. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't really hear much about the dad. How much you want to
bet he got paid for it to say that in an interview?
Well, no, he's doing it for money. Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
It's kind of sort of like the stereotype, oh, you showed up on my day when I'm getting signed to go to the NFL. Now you want to be like, that's my boy. Get the out of here. Like, I don't know. I don't know. So here's my question to you guys, and I'll let y'all go around the room. Start with Willis. Where do you think if the royal family made a public apology, try to do an intervention, Ayana fix my life session, do you think that this could be salvaged? Is that the word salvaged? Salvaged. Would you want to salvage? So that's part one. Part two. Would you want it to be salvaged if you were in the predicament of?
I think with the royal family, I don't think they'll admit anything like racist or anything disparaging, because at the end of the day, it's status to them. You think these celebrities have status? They're a royal fucking family. Period. So they're not going to admit it. Now, will they do things behind the scenes or maybe reach out to Henry or reach out to Meghan? Maybe. I can see them doing that, but that's going to be that behind the scenes in the conversation where we're not going to hear about.
Now, that's what I think. I think it's going to be behind the scenes. I agree. If it ever happens. What you think, Miss Talia?
I think that in terms of the children should definitely know that side of the family. I think that the children should have the exposure of royal life. However, I think that it should be used with extreme caution because, you know, I don't want to say first impressions are everything because I don't think they are, but there is a matter of safety that has to be taken when it comes to the children. Because when you remove security from the child didn't do anything, you know, and then there's things like stalkers, perverts, predators, you know, those are the things that come in my mind when I think about that. She just had kids with him. And you removing security, that kid is royalty. Like just on a parental aspect, I'm taking myself out as a parent and I'm thinking about my kid, but the kid has a right to know their aunts, uncles, grandparents. So you have to, I feel like Meghan and Harry, right?
Yeah.
Meghan and Harry should proceed with extreme caution. Give the kids a chance to know their family, their entire family on both sides.
So you're for reconciliation
for the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
now, if I was Meghan, honey, I don't need a relationship with you. We just got to be cordial enough for the kids.
Yes. Facts.
That's it. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I think they also should take a page and stay in Canada from Drake. Like, I'm not hiding the world from my baby. I'm having to bet my baby from the world. What did he say?
Yeah,
it's one of the ways around.
Yeah, something
like y'all niggas are ruthless. I'm not about to show you Adonis.
Yeah, I think it was. He was like, I'm not hiding my baby from the world. I'm hiding the world from my baby.
Something like that. And I was like, that nigga.
Remember, it went viral for like a week. It was like,
maybe you write your own box.
This is baby daddy's getaway theme. It was no, baby, no. I know I said no kids, but I was trying to hide my baby from the world.
All I know, Drake doing something right because you ain't heard one complaint from his baby mother.
Listen, she quiet as hell.
Right. She got I think she's pregnant by like somebody else now. Like somebody else that's not famous on that level, but like
Right.
like a plastic surgeon or something like that. Not specific, don't quote me on that, but yeah.
So since we're on politics, I got a different topic. Okay. So Stacey Dash, she apologized for her past support for Donald Trump. That's not who I am, she says.
Yes, it is. This should be. I actually had an update. This is an update.
Oh, it's kind of about
because remember her ass was like
with her husband.
No, we haven't talked about that. We're gonna talk about how she was like, I'm not black. Like she was like talking about her skin. She was like, yeah, girl, I want to punch her in the throat. I mean, don't cancel me, but yeah, she pretty and all, but she dumb.
So those that don't know who Stacey Dash is, she's famous from Clueless.
That's the only thing she's famous for.
She's Dame Dash cousin or sister cousin. She's related to Dame Dash. Rockefeller, Jay-Z, that guy. So
okay. So she's
in the US today. She's walking back her previous support for President Donald Trump. Stacey Dash, according to the Daily Mail, she did an interview and it was published on Wednesday. She said the Capitol riots were a turning point for her political opinions. When that happened, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm truly done, she said, because senseless violence of any kind, I denounce. What happened on January 6th was just appalling and stupid. She goes on to say, looking back on some of my political stances she took, Dash reflects, made a lot of mistakes due to anger, but now realizes feeding the emotion is unsustainable and it will destroy you. I lived my life being angry, which is what I was on Fox News for. I was the angry, conservative Black woman. And at that time in my life, it was who I was.
Tiny violin. That's what I hear. A tiny ass violin.
No, I got you.
Tiny. No.
She goes on one more part. She goes on to say, yep. I don't believe in identity politics, Dash said. I don't walk around looking at someone and saying, oh, this is the color of your skin, so therefore you are this. Or you're straight or gay, therefore you are this. I don't judge people, the color of their skin, or their sexual orientation. That's not who I am.
Whew, it's hot.
During Black Women's Month. There you go.
Doing what?
Black woman. I mean,
it's not
Women's
Month.
Month.
It's Women's History Month. Don't.
Women's History Month.
No, it's Women's History Month, and
she walking back her statements.
Are you asking me a question?
How do you feel about Stacey Dash and her statements? Oh, I got one more quote before you answer that.
Okay.
We have a new president, she said. Being a supporter of Trump has put me in some kind of box and I don't belong in. But he's not the president. I'm going to give the president that we have right now a chance.
She don't belong in a box.
She said she don't belong in a. She's like, me supporting Trump has put me in some type of box.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That I don't belong in.
Let me start by saying this.
He's in that box with Omarosa ass until Trump kicked Omarosa the fuck out.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna start by saying this. I don't knock anybody for their political views. What I do knock people for is bullshit. If you see that there's a certain rhetoric, there's a certain language that can physically harm people, mentally harm people, you need to stand up to stop that. Because thoughts start is thoughts first, and then there's words, and then there's actions. That's the run through.
Right.
That's the run through. And I think that what she is saying is bullshit, because you went your whole life, your whole career acting as if you are another race.
Good plug, as if. No.
Okay. Acting as if you're another race. You said it out your mouth that you didn't declare yourself as Black. You said it out your mouth. You gave up your own Black card, sis. Nobody had to force you.
We write that down so I don't forget.
And then the last part is, now that your career is shit, like truly shit, nobody will hire you.
That's
now
what it really
you want to
is.
be optimistic.
Child.
Now we could just pass on by her. Like, good day, ma'am.
Right.
For
Good
me,
day.
not you.
And Fox News check stop. She all of a sudden.
So
Right.
I would agree with you. I agree with everything except for one thing, when you were saying like, okay, you're not Black anymore. But She did some Black woman actions a couple months ago. Remember when she was in her Florida house and she
beat up her boy?
She beat up her husband.
Oh, she finally fought back?
Right.
She beat up her husband.
And he called the police on
her.
He
called the police on her.
A white man.
And then...
Sorry. I'm trying to do better.
You gotta do better.
You gotta do better. So the white man called the police on her because she basically was beating him up or whatever. Right. So then when she got locked up, she was like, yeah, he was like, I guess the cop was having a conversation with her like, hey, so what do you do for a living? She was like, I'm an actress. He was like, oh, okay. He's like, no, like I'm a actor. He was like, okay, well, what's your name? Like he didn't even recognize. So what's your name? Like I'm Stacey Dash. She was like, okay, what have you been in? And she was like, I've been in like Clueless, and then it was like something else, like something that probably had like black screen fade outs, right, you know, back in the 90s or whatever. And he was like, oh, okay.
Clueless came out like in the early 90s.
And honestly, it's a chick flick. It's not like a Universal movie, like a Marvel movie or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Clueless to me is definitely a chick flick.
I was 11 when Clueless came out.
And I was 6.
95. God damn.
I don't even know how old I was. What am I, a year behind you? So I was like 5.
You're 7.
The only thing I remember from Clueless is that rolling with my homies. That's the only thing I remember.
My bad. 7.
Yeah, you were 7. But we didn't watch them when we were 7. I think we probably watched them when we were like 10 because it was VHS or whatever.
Right.
But either way, it's like.
And wasn't the premise like she was hitting on her like stepbrother and he was like gay or something? Something crazy.
No, I thought the premise of the movie was acceptance, like accepting people for who they are.
Let's be real. I know there's gonna be a little tangent. A lot of the movies in the 90s really had no real plot to it. True. Let's be serious. They were good movies.
Nothing beats Dolomite, like the actual movie.
Oh yeah, classic.
What?
Dolomite. You never seen Dolomite?
I never seen Dolomite.
Man, you gotta see Dolomite. Oh my God. You want to talk about a movie with zero direction? Mm-hmm. It was a romance, karate, crime, thriller. There was so many different angles with this movie.
No, I've never seen it. Yeah. But Clueless, what was the point of it? Like literally for her to pass
Beverly
high school?
Hills white people, I guess.
I mean, it literally was no point.
It was a coming of age movie. Like really,
it was coming of age, but there was like, you know, most times like for instance, I'm gonna bring it up. Have you seen Coming to America?
Not yet, the new one.
Have you seen it yet? Mm-hmm. So a lot of people felt like it was all over the place.
Yeah,
you'll see it for yourself.
Yeah.
How you agree you ain't see it yet?
No, a lot of people had the same standpoint. Sorry.
It didn't feel like it was all over the place.
A lot of people was like the acting was, you know, it was a little cheesy parts, but the plot was a little over the place. Mm-hmm. It's like now everybody wants it to be completely thorough. I feel like our generation, we're heavier on the movies.
Man,
we're like so judgmental. Like I thought Rotten Tomatoes was like the only thing that was judgmental. No, we are now the official movie critics of the world, and we just bash everything that comes out. Now there are some movies that are bad.
Well, no, I think it should get bashed only because. So you've seen it, right?
I have.
You've seen it. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna put in there spoiler alert. The beginning and the plot of how he has a son. If the roles were reversed, it'll be outrage.
Okay. I can see.
Because at the end of the day, what's her name?
Leslie Jones.
Yeah, her. She drugged him.
All right, don't say too much.
Oh, got you.
Had a whole ass baby. Roles were reversed. He would have got Rick Ross.
That part, yeah. Okay.
I was like, where were your people? Where were your team? To tell you, I don't like the way this started off.
Okay.
Well, in the mix, it wasn't her that drugged them.
It was her. Okay, I gotta watch the movie.
I'm saying you haven't watched the movie.
But
the only thing I will say is, where was the DNA test? I was saying that the whole
everybody says that.
She admitted she was a hoe like 5 times.
I ain't gonna hold you. I understand this is about black people. I would have been mad if Maury popped up. It'd be like Prince Hakeem.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody and their mom was in this movie. I ain't gonna lie. Everybody got a check except for me. I'm just saying. I could have been a bartender. So let's talk about
Taylor was fire. You understand?
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
I'm gonna watch it this week.
I was about to say on the positive note. She was. On the Tiana Taylor.
She bad.
She's amazing. On the flip hand of that, Rick Ross. Let's talk about Rick Ross and his random cameo in there. But
I didn't know he had a cameo.
They recorded in his house.
Yeah.
That was his house?
That was his house.
He has like a 280 acre
and that's
mansion.
One. He has 4 houses down there. That's one.
Yeah.
And that house, did you seen that? You watch it, but you've seen that house.
I've seen Rick Ross's house.
Now I understand why he was like, I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm like, okay, you're right.
He has his own horse stable.
I've been on Ross.
I mean, I remember all the drives we've listened to the CDs. I know we've been on it.
Yeah.
But I guess sometimes we don't realize how big of a how much they've made. Some celebrities have made. It's like, oh, they all, like, for instance, Cardi always putting up, like, new outfits or new shoes or whatever. Right. They got the one house. But Rick Ross is normally like low key. He'll show money, or something, but we don't see the inside of his house. We might see the cars, but when you see the house in its entirety and the bigness of it, you're like, God damn, Ross, how much money you got?
Maybach music.
Facts.
It's like Meek and Wale got money. That's their boss.
I was like, nah, they ain't got nothing compared. They ain't got nothing compared to them. That's like saying Nicki Minaj.
You never know what somebody have. I'm just saying.
That's true. Right. That's true.
I'm just saying because a lot of times what I notice is with celebrities, they don't flex at all. They don't. They keep a lot hidden.
That's okay.
Those are smart ones. Yeah. Then you got the ones that just
but they could be keeping it hidden for bad reasons as well. Not just good reasons, but bad reasons as well. So it kind of makes me think about how, all right, the perfect couple, Sierra and Russell Wilson, right? It's like I always see all the good. I'm like, yo, y'all hiding the fights, y'all hiding the
I don't think they get fights.
We don't know because we never see. It's like
we don't see anything negative about Sierra.
We don't want to think negative because she went through a lot of negative stuff with Future, obviously. But it's just like
I just want to ask her, like, what was you thinking? A little bit.
But with Future, I mean, everybody. I mean, you went from Bow Wow to 50 Cent to Future. I mean, like, she had her growing pains. Let's be real.
Right, but let's also be real. Like, let's appreciate Russell Wilson. He left his white wife for Sierra.
Hey,
with athletes, it's the other way around.
That's true.
So
you know what? Goddamn, that boy's good.
You know what I'm saying?
And got a baddie on top.
Big
of it.
Facts.
On top of it, and a great mother. She seems like she's a great mother.
Honestly, he running for stepdaddy of the year.
He's gonna win it for a consecutive 3 years in a row.
Right.
I think for me, I just want to see. I feel like it looks good, but maybe it's the many TV shows and movies I've seen. I feel like some of it's a facade. Something's off. Like, is he doing something to you, sis? Like, I need to know. Like, I don't think that is. I don't think it was like that. But I'm just saying, like, something.
Right.
No one's perfect. No relationship is perfect.
I mean, he hasn't won the Super Bowl since, but that's besides the point.
I just think that they have a connection that maybe we haven't reached in our own relationships yet. You know, like their connection is deep. It's like really on some godly stuff. And it's somewhere in 2 Corinthians, but it says, like, you know, you gotta love your spouse like God loved the people. Like, God gave up the one thing that meant the most, and that was a son. So like, I just went there, didn't I?
No, amen.
Preach.
Hey.
But it's like it's a connection that I don't think a lot of people have mastered in their own relationships yet.
True.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Thinking about relationships.
There are goals.
Yeah, there are goals, but I don't like. I'll take that back because I don't like having goals from a celebrity relationship because I feel like there's always something that we don't see. Everybody was hashtag Will and Jada until entanglement season happened. You know,
August was a rough month.
August was a rough month.
All right.
But everybody was like Will and Jada goals hashtag. I mean, it's still somebody's goals to have an entanglement, but there were other people. It's a lot of couples that people are like hashtag goals, and then when it happens, we're like, oh, they that's what happened. Like, I'm like, even I'm like, what's another couple over there? Everybody was like goals. Oh, Cardi and Offset. He didn't cheat on her like what, twice, and she keep taking him back.
That we know about.
And it's like, oh, so your goal is to be cheating on, and you keep taking them back. Okay.
Nah, their goal is to have 20 Birkins. That's their goal.
Oh man, this Birkin bag
situation.
that Birkin
is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that you're putting false narratives out there, you know. So like, be real with yourself. Say, hey, a lot of people don't have, you know, the perfect mother and father situation where they're like, oh, my mom and dad are goals, you know. And there's a lot of stuff that your mom and dad probably hid from you they could be your goals, you know what I'm saying? Right. But I think somebody where you don't know the whole situation, it's like,
you can't judge them.
I can't call it. I can't call it.
I 100% agree.
I don't know. But did you have another one? Or you were good?
Yep.
Okay, I think we are all good. I think we touched everything on that story. And so last thing I gotta ask, are you going to get the COVID vaccine?
No.
Me either. Okay, we're good.
Yep, all right.
Nothing to discuss.
We niggas.
That's just that.
Do you have to do in-person learning?
I'll tweak my answer and say this. My husband and I agree that we won't get it unless we absolutely have to. I'm talking about we can't leave a state, we can't leave a city, we can't fly anywhere. And me and V love Jamaica. So if I can't go to Jamaica, I might.
Shoot me up, sis. Shoot me up.
Shoot me up because I need to go get me some goat. Man,
what? That goat.
I need me some goat and some red snapper.
Okay.
We
give me some real rum.
Fish, that escaviche.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, that's delicious. I am not teaching in person.
Okay.
My school did not make the cut. And I honestly feel like all of this is being rushed. I have protested on behalf of my students. They, you know, there's no clean like COVID clean when you're talking about the public.
Mm-hmm.
When you are, that's really the COVID clean that the world is just getting to. We've been on this, okay? We've been on COVID clean, okay? The real ones who really actually clean their house, you know, you get your bucket, your hot water that you probably boiled on the stove real quick, and then you dumped it in the bucket with some bleach. Okay. That's where you get the COVID clean. You know what I'm saying? Drop a little bit of peppermint oil so you can make the aromas float around the house and stuff like that. That's COVID clean. You see what I'm saying? Well, the world is just now getting on stage, getting on the same page with this. And when it comes to Philadelphia, I knew I was going to get into it. When it comes to Philadelphia, the schools are not clean.
Ooh.
Okay, the schools are not clean. All right, we have good staff. We have great people that work with Philly School District, but it starts from the top down, and you have to make it emanate throughout every part, every building. The kids should not have to return back to what's supposed to be COVID clean, and it's not COVID clean. If I walk into a school and I see mouse droppings, it's not COVID clean. Like, it's just not.
I agree.
And Philly's not the only place that's having those issues.
Yeah.
It's other major cities. I've heard about it in Baltimore. I've heard about it in Cincinnati. I've heard about it.
Yeah. One of my friends, she's a teacher, and we were talking, and a lot of Maryland schools are opening back up for in-person learning on Monday, the time everyone hears this. And we were just talking how like nasty kids are. Like COVID about to be the new cooties. COVID,
it's funny, but it's so true.
It is.
They're gonna be like the whole first grade got cooties now. I'm like, the
thing is like you said, kids definitely transfer germs, and you want to send the most. I don't care what nobody says. The kids age 8 and under are disgusting as far as what they do with their bodily fluids. They do this, they do this, and they touch other things too. So it's like, and you know, you can have all the sanitation stations you want. It's not enough. It's just not enough. I just feel like it's disrespectful as far as cleanliness. It's disrespectful as far as consistency. They should have just kept the kids virtual for the whole year. Don't interrupt their schedule.
I agree.
Well, we're over the hour mark. We're at like an hour and 5 minutes. So
I got mine ready.
Part of the rules, we have to take a shot.
So you think we should do what, recommendations and wrap up?
Yeah. So this is the part where we do recommendations of a book or a new TV show. Or a movie that you've watched recently that's really good that you want our listeners to go into. That being said, I started watching I think I recommended Jenny in Georgia.
Yep, I remember that
last week. If you haven't started watching Good Girls on Netflix, it's like 3 moms that end up somehow crazy way got entangled with the Spanish gang, and now they're running drugs across the the border for them, and they got this thrill from it. In between baking cooks and sending the kids off, they're like making random trips to go get drugs in their minivan. So yeah, it's definitely interesting.
It's on where?
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix. Netflix. So definitely look into that if you haven't started already. New episodes are out.
Okay, I got a quick one. It's on Netflix. It's called Murder Among the Mormons. It's a documentary. I ain't gonna hold you. The first episode is slow as fuck, but it picks up on the second episode. And I guess this is like the first ever Mormon serial killer. Oh, and I'm not gonna tell you why he's the first serial killer or why he started killing motherfuckers, but it's interesting why he did it and how he was able to do it, and how the Mormon community is so well connected with the government. They try to sweep it under the rug. Because you don't hear bad shit about Mormons.
Yeah, we don't.
So it's just
I like slow burns. I do.
Yep.
I can't. I'll be asleep the first episode you said.
The first episode, because it's drawn out and they're trying to give you the history amongst Mormons.
Okay.
But the second episode, like, he killed his first person. So it's just with the shit and like killing. So first episode is a lot of backstory. Like, you're just like,
okay. So it's like the first Captain. It's like the first Captain America where you're just like, is there any action?
But after the second one, you get into the shit.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I tried to watch the Cecil Hotel one on Netflix, and I was getting sleepy on the first episode. Even though it was good, that's another documentary to pick up for you. Everybody's just dying in this hotel. Like, serial killers went here to just kill people. Like, how did you not know?
What show?
It's a documentary on Netflix too called the Cecil Hotel. It's like, I think it's still in the top 10 right now.
I think it's
It's in Chicago, right?
Yeah, that's on our watch list.
Yeah. It's like people just went up in there and was just like, they were either overdosed. It was like people were going there to die, like on their own, and they were victims. Yeah. So I'm gonna finish that. It's only 4 episodes, so
yeah,
you can get that done.
Okay. Okay.
You got
all right, what you got?
I have some books. I have some books. Actually, 2 good principles I know came out with a book. It's called Fast Funnies. The great thing is that both these ladies, they're twins, and they're principals, and they're doctors.
Oh, that's dope.
In education. So they came out with their first book, The Fast Funnies, and it's how to turn a negative into a positive with bullying. A lot of times kids get bullied because other kids are bored. And this is a good way to counteract that. So this is a good one.
Yep.
And I started reading, I couldn't put it down. My goodness. This is another good one. Help for Billy.
Okay, what's that about?
So this, one thing I always talk about is the differences in how minorities and whites and Indians and natives and Asians are raised. There's a vast difference, and a lot of it, the difference comes in how we give our kids consequences. A lot of times what the failure, the disconnect is with parents is that they don't investigate the why. It's always the because I told you so. Right. And it doesn't work. It doesn't. It didn't work for me.
Right.
It doesn't work for a lot of the kids that we service today, especially when we're in the age of technology. There's always a why. Why is it? So Help for Billy, it's a beyond consequences approach for helping challenging children in the classroom, and I think it really can help at home as well.
Okay.
So
That's good. That's true. I would never thought about that. You know, I know we used to always joke about like, I gotta get home. My mom gonna beat my ass, basically. Where
I forgot to take chicken out.
They're like,
that video, that TikTok video about the chicken.
That's some real shit though.
He put it in the microwave. He used the blow dryer. He used the please defrost this chicken.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I just want to say again, thank you for taking your time to come on my podcast. It means a lot to me. You know, I love you and I care about you deeply. Not to mention she had a birthday coming up and
Pisces season.
Okay. And as I said it in the beginning, we'll put all her information where you can find her. Time for you. If you're out here on the DMV area, East Coast, go ahead and book my girl. She's gonna hook you up. And as you heard, her prices aren't that bad. So you just go ahead and just do what you gotta do. You're
gonna have to pay extra to go below Baltimore, she said.
Yeah, you're gonna have an extra travel fee on top.
Because somebody calling me and they all right, now Montgomery County.
But as you guys know, again, this comes out on Monday. The video comes out on every Tuesday on YouTube. You can tune in to Amazon Music, Podbean, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, Alexa, Echo, Castbox, Pandora, and of course YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Facebook at Drunk with Friends with a Z. If you want to be a guest on our show, you want to coordinate anything at all, DWFriends with a Z at gmail.com. And that concludes this great podcast session. That being said, we poured the shots, but we didn't take the hour shot, so we had to do 2.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, it's another one? I don't know if I can handle another one.
Do what you can. Do what you can.
All right, y'all.
Oh, gosh, I hate shots. I got like early meetings tomorrow morning. It's gonna be crazy. But we good.
All right, dear. You have a good night. And as always, guys, take your shots. Bye.
Shoot your shot.
Hey.
You will.
See you, babe.
Bye.
Take a shot before you gotta go. Party like an animal.